Men's match, we now have Czech Republic versus Croatia. Croatia, still a very new nation. Last year was their debut year. But if we look at how their mixed and women team have been playing so far in the tournament, I expect to see good improvements from the Croatian men as well.
Yeah, Croatian men's definitely, like we've said time and time again through this tournament, and every time new nations join, especially Central European nations that have that handballing background, they have that big arm, they have that big wind-up. Czech Republic, we know what their men's are about. They came fourth last year in a now-biting quarter-final against Wales, then just finishing outside the podium. But a good result for Czech Republic, and they've done well so far this year.
It's a fantastic result for them, and you know, that's really kind of given them a big boost mentally to say, hey guys, look, this is what we can do if we just invest a bit more into our structure. And that's what they've started to do. And here we are, they get underway. Valek, that quick start there, popping it back to Halmiak.
Yeah. Pitter on that left side as well with a big arm, but Klemecki comes in this time from centre. We know what the Czech Republic wings have to offer. They've got the quick wind-up. And there we go. Good standing counter there from both.
Croatian men definitely struggling in this first opening set.
Klemecki takes the jump, doesn't quite secure the catch. Neither does Zingor in the middle. Goes for the same sort of style, takes the jump, misses the catch.
With those two bits of play though, Croatia brought themselves back into it.
Yeah. Vladimir on that right side there, number 18, looking with the fake. Luka on the left side as well.
Play ball's been called on Croatia. All choosing different targets there.
That's always the key thing, you know, that you might have a bit of natural raw talent in terms of throwing and dodging, but when it comes to tactical ability, these things don't happen overnight, you know?
No, they don't. Yeah, they do take time to work on and develop, and I don't know if it is just that play ball call that unfortunately just caused that chaos within that Croatian call there.
Yep. Halimchek on that right there, 83. He loves the old 1-2 step standing counter, and this time it's Pitter on the left side taking out Corsa.
Nice little standing counter there for that. And Halmek there taking out the Croatian number 7. Croatia applying the pressure. Czech Republic equally doing the same, and he's done a chest pass down onto the toes there. Very quick thinking for the Croatian player.
Yeah. He hits out Pitter, but the other two have Pitter's back here. Good running counter in the right side and the centre of the court there. If Czech Republic can continue this, they'll be in good stead and definitely look at qualifying. It depends on seeding out of the group in who they play next.
And Halmek there, straight in the attack on the Croatian number 8. Wasn't really expecting a quick start again.
Plenty of fakes. Ball pops up into the air but heads onto the other court, and Pitter fakes twice. He's just happy pushing these Croatians back, making sure to force them to play.
And Czech Republic there with some big dodges.
Yeah.
Just keeping themselves alive. And Peter looks to block, but blocks it in onto himself. Croatia showing that they can take it to Czech Republic, but just losing out in a few tight moments. And that there, just going up with 2 balls.
Yeah.
You've got to be careful with that because obviously, you can only block, you can't catch, and you leave yourself very exposed with that.
Yeah, very true, Scotty, and I think he might be learning from that situation there. And as the ball retrievers get a nice quick start, a quick reset, we head into the next set. Czech Republic currently up 4 set points to Croatia, and they're 0 set points.
And there's that quick attack again from Balak and Halimiuk. Play's been called in. Halimiuk's ball wasn't live. And to explain that for you guys watching at home, is that when the ball is flicked back to your teammate, both feet of that player need to be behind the return line.
Yep. And we see that good catch from Zingor there as 3 balls come in, 2 different targets, and Ruther and Halimchek get their target and Pittir gets his. Klemecki just stands his ground in the neutral zone of the court. And there we go, we end the set. Czech Republic playing it nice and cool. They're playing their style of dodgeball, that's what we like to see. Not rushing anything, just making sure they're securing every set as it comes their way. Every set's going to be different. That's the problem when you're facing new teams, that, especially with Croatia, they're a bit unpredictable in terms of how they play.
Absolutely, and that unpredictability can occasionally work in favour of a team if, those individuals are all coordinated and know what they're doing. But if you're still relatively new and you're making, what would be rookie errors, you are going to struggle with that.
So referees will just clear up something, just I think claiming there was no hit made. All players still on court.
Czech Republic pushing up high.
Yeah. You see that that quick throw from Halimchek. He's not always winding his arm all the way back that you'd normally see in the England style of throwing. He's got a very quick whip in terms of his elbow to forearm.
Absolutely, and that there can be crucial because if a lot of players, they'll track the movement of that thrower, and if he can get that done quick enough, obviously they won't see that ball coming. But as I was saying there, Greg, obviously the telltale signs of when someone is going to throw, it's normally down to the hips. Yep. Obviously, just seeing that slight shift in weight change is that normal giveaway of they are actually going to release that ball. It's quite hard to decipher and actually pinpoint, but obviously most players, they'll focus on the actual arm of another player.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and a big thing about that, for some players, especially some of the British players starting to learn foam, I think that style of throw is definitely going to become a lot more popular.
Absolutely, and it is a style that you can really only sort of utilise in foam, sort of. Cloth, it's a bit harder just because of the weight of the ball. So if you don't have that good sort of elbow to shoulder ratios, it would be called. You know,
Yep.
you can end up doing actually a lot of damage to your tendons and your joints.
Yeah, Klimecki hit out there at the end, but Zingor's got him covered. Nice hit at the end to secure the next couple of set points. I think that the kind of like we were saying, with that quick whip, it's a lot hard to decipher, and I think that's another reason that it will become so much more popular. It's so hard to realise how open, because a player is normally so much more open when they're throwing with their arm. You know,
Absolutely.
They've only got their arm in front of them covering them. In terms of when you're whipping that arm back, you open up your full body. With a quick whip, you can keep your body nice and composed, nice and tight. That the only thing that should really be moving is kind of one from your shoulder downwards, but definitely from your elbow to your hand, in terms of...
Well, this is the thing, if you want a fully successful throw, I mean, a lot of the throwing, it all stems originally back to, I know, the original days of trying to adapt a throw very similar to a baseball player.
Yeah.
Obviously, the foot that you're balancing on, that you pivot on, and that there, fantastic catch from the Croatian. I think that's the first one they've actually made, bring their teammate back in.
Yeah,
And what is key is that obviously you're putting the foot that you pivot on more or less in the direction of that you want to throw, and obviously you then swing your sort of rear leg around to really help build on that momentum. That there is if you want to get good accuracy and good power in both, but you know, your technique you can start to deviate and waver from when you want to start to sacrifice one of those. But you do need to be careful that you don't do it at the detriment to putting out your shoulder or your elbow. And we've all seen it. I think a lot of us have all been there ourselves, where we've been slightly off balanced and, you know, we've gone for too much power rather than accuracy. And, you know, we just felt that twang or that pull on, you know, on the shoulder joints or in the elbow. So
yeah. I don't know if you remember back in Paris, in France, when I think she was from the Sweden national team. Obviously, when you're throwing from shoulder backwards, you're kind of planting your feet fairly secure, and you've not really got any movement like that. She overextended on her elbow. She popped out her knee and fractured her ankle, all from planting. You know, too strong. One ball hits you off balance, and like you were saying, you're so planted into that ground that there's not a lot of movement.
Absolutely, and technique to a lot of this is crucial, because as soon as you start to deviate and waver from that, you put yourself at risk. And it's a risk that all of us take, you know, because there are times where it's like, well, no, we do need that catch, and we do need to get that hit in there, and you will put your body on the line for it, knowing that you can recover. But
yeah,
you know, you've got to be careful. You know, Dodgeball does see some pretty serious and horrific injuries. I mean, most common, broken fingers, dislocated thumbs, etc. Fortunately, myself being at the forefront of that one, you know, breaking my hand twice now. Not too many seasons apart either, but you know, it's something that, you know, we take that risk on board. So
a line infringement there from number 8, Nicola. So Czech Republic already up 2 players just into the starting seconds of this set. Oh, and that's a great shot there from Pitter, who's now merged into the centre of the court. Yeah, I think that's a key example there from Pitter. He's got that structure where, you know, he can get that big wind up from the arm, but he's also got the quick whip. Unfortunately, Liberda there taken out. Czech Republic swapping their players around, making sure everyone gets a bit of game time, especially in these stages. Oh, and Klimecki with the perfect catch there, drops low.
And Klimecki there just causing that distraction,
Yeah.
allowing his teammate just to get that throw in there and take that hit. Czech Republic building on a nice, comfortable lead now, 12-0.
Good arm there from Sadalek. Like you were saying, Klimecki, he's forcing the eyes forward from the Croatian player. That's all he's got to do. He's not got to overcomplicate things. He's just got to draw attention. And the big start, Sadalek with the right ball now. And there it is. You know, not the big wind-up, but power enough to take out a player.
Absolutely, and you can tell he's a player who's probably going to choose accuracy over that power to ensure that he gets that job done.
So Croatia with 4 now. Couple of fakes, but big jumps from Valek and Sadalek. Klemecki just escapes with his life there, but they've got 5 now. Czech Republic have to.
There's a leap of faith. Misses though, and therefore will have to make his way to the outbox.
And Pitty with a quick overarm throw. It's not got to be accurate, almost a basketball-like shot, just as Croatians are staring at the other balls and who's gone out. And that's a quality throw there from Sadalek. And Klemecki and Pitty once again close out the round. Czech Republic playing it nice and cool, not got to overexert themselves, Scotty. You know,
no,
still 2 days ahead.
So yeah, still 2 days to go. I mean, Czech Republic have brought a fairly big squad with them, so but the score's currently at 14 points to 0, and Czech Republic definitely sitting into a nice, comfortable rhythm. Croatia, you can just see the inexperience starting to shine through now.
Valek runs the middle ball there, but flings it straight back, although Sadalek's on the complete wrong side of the court. Laberda just watches the ball as it comes up towards him. A ball thrown in his direction, but Luka Korsa doesn't quite take the catch.
And a catch there from the Croatian player. It's hit his chest, but he's used his own ball to then secure it.
So Croatia currently 1 player up. 2 players up now. And Klemecki doesn't find number 18 there. Kolik. Klemecki disappointed with himself there that he's not making these hits. And for someone of that stature who's been making hits in these early sets, you'd expect him to make them from there.
Absolutely, I think he's just got to, you know, just take his time a little bit. He's almost rushing himself and not allowing himself to get his composure needed to ensure that that hit is done.
And Pitty, as he walks off, I think he's doubting himself in terms of that the Czech Republic might have slowed things down too much.
But Croatia now currently with 4 points to 2, and they've been given a blue card. So that is a penalty set. He'll miss the rest of this set and the next one.
Yeah, blue card there. Given out for when you are hit out. If you throw the ball backwards to create another play as such, you're given a blue card. Like Scotty said, that's missing the end of this set and the next.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a rule that I particularly like in this. It disrupts flow and interrupts the games. And of course, when you've been hit out, the first thing you're thinking of is exiting the court in the best possible manner. And I just think it's an unnecessary rule they're putting in. It punishes, it's a big punishment for such a minor thing as well.
Yeah.
And like, it's the punishment doesn't fit the crime.
Yeah. Do you think it disrupts play a bit? You know, if someone is risking that front court shot, if you're hit out there, you've got to place it down. You're then not just putting yourself down, but Sadalek gets caught in the air.
Croatia here looking like they can take their first 2 points here.
But if you'd back any one of these Czech Republic players, I'm sure one of them would be Klemecki.
Proving to be a good asset for the Czech Republic in days 1 and 2 so far.
And there's 1. 3 to go. There was the second.
And there's the catch. Klemecki now makes it level, 2-32. Brings in Reha. Klemecki releases. Leap of faith, and it goes wayward from the Croatian.
And it's 2-all.
Time had already been called at 2-all. Klemecki there, fantastic standing counter, and then that catch to follow. Real critical that he was successful in those plays. And I think that might be the half as well.
Yep, very good half for Czech Republic. Probably slightly disappointed they didn't take that last set. Klemecki with a very good comeback to take 1 point out of that, a 1v4.
But a point is, you know, it's better than nothing. And
Well, that's it.
a lot of teams, they underestimate that draw and how powerful that can be later on in matches.
So back for the second half of this game, Czech Republic looking to gain more traction here, looking to get more set points on the board. For them, it's all about set difference and where they're going to be putting the seeding.
Absolutely, and obviously Czech Republic, they're going to be wanting to capitalise here and get as many sets as they can. So really, you know, if it does come down to that set difference.
Yeah. Yeah, quick arm there from Halimček from the start. Now Croatia have 3. Looking for a quick arm, but Pittier with a big fake.
Bijic managed to get out of the way of that one.
Play ball has been called, and Kolar and
Jan Jenovic and Korsar forced out.
Yep. So now a 2v6 for the Croatian dodgeball team. There's one. Pittier takes an easy shot.
Czech Republican player coming up there thinking he might be able to retrieve those 2 balls, but they're just too far back on the court. There's Kolar left alone.
Yeah.
Throws that single, goes cross court. Peter applies that pressure.
Oh! Not sure if that's ever been tried.
And it wouldn't be allowed either. So I like the thinking of...
Is that not allowed?
It's not allowed. So if you were to physically flick a ball at a player, it has to be an actual throw.
What if he grabbed it with... I know this might not even be possible, but I'm sure it is. What if he grabbed it with 2 hands and threw it?
then yes, that would be possible. But trying to get that in before you land, well, I mean, you're going to have to be absolutely rapid to do that one. So
right?
that is a challenge and a half. You're also risking yourself for not a lot, really. You know, Czech Republic were 5 players up there to the 1.
Yeah. Anyway, Czech Republic take the next 2 set points. They're 17-1 up here, just entering the second half, and that's a drop down there. It doesn't quite make the catch for Thomas Müller. Marakak just on the wing there, forcing enough pressure. The Czech Republic don't force the one, and Halimček there definitely disappointed that he doesn't take that catch. He's been taking a couple of catches all day, and from the Croatian arms you'd probably expect to take one.
And Kolar there goes down early from that fake.
Yeah.
Czech Republic didn't punish him for that. He was definitely close enough forward to as a catch there from the Czech Republican player. Tries to leap of faith, but he's hit first.
And Kolar takes the catch anyway.
So that catch still does count too.
That's big from Croatia here, who could be looking at getting their first win onto the board.
They just need to make sure they keep calm and composed here.
But Pitt is still on that left side, and he's that arm that you've got to worry about. Now Croatia have 3. Got to look at the standing from Pitt here. And he doesn't take the catch as he leaps into the air. And there we go, Croatia take their first 2 set points from the win. Now on 3 set points, 1 from a draw and 2 from the win.
Yes, good bit of play there from Croatia. That is, showing what they can achieve when, a little bit of luck actually I think did go their way there too. But, they were calm, they were composed. And, I just hope they can build on that. And they win the quick start this time. Korsar there with the hit.
Oh, and a shot.
And Colin goes across, and there's just no court awareness there.
Yeah.
Could have had the save.
Marakak caught as he's running for that centre ball, but like we've said before, that ball is still live and you're eliminated from that.
Bejic now eliminated. Korsar falls out of court.
Disappointed with his balance there, but Croatia come forward. Halimček on that right side. Oh, and he blocks it almost into himself.
Now left with Kolar and CZECH.
And there's one out of the way. Czech Republic 3-1 up in this set. Looking to finalise points 18 and 19. And there we go, we've seen it time and time again. One player comes forward, eyes forward, and he's too busy and gets hit by a cross court.
I think with that there, he hasn't decided what he's doing. He's going up and he has no sort of plan in his head. And if you're going to go on the attack with 3 balls, you've got to make sure you're releasing quick and getting yourself then back. But with no coordination really in what he's tried, and because of it, Czech Republic have punished him. That's a 1-for-1 there. Kolik with the cross-court throw, but then immediately hit straight after.
Kolar just hit out there on the track back as Ruther runs across court, trying to evade. Balls left, right and centre. And a bounce there called by centre referee. And turns into chaos at the neutral zone, Scotty.
Croatia definitely came out of that worse off.
Yep.
And Kola almost securing that catch there. That is exactly what they needed. Zingor though with the line fault. It's down to 2v1. Goes through the legs. Janovic almost managed to dodge out of the way of it.
Yeah.
But Reha able to find his target. Score currently 21-3, but we are seeing some improvements here from the Croatian side. Good start there from Kolik. Then Hilmak straight to the outbox. Yeah, that's neutralised immediately from the Czech Republican team.
Of course, on that right side, block into the ground as the ball doesn't quite find its target. Marakak there, he's been thrown at, and I don't think he's even realised himself.
I think, yeah, but the ball was wayward too, so I mean, you're taking a big gamble there, throwing that.
Yeah.
Against any other nation, they've been switched on and they would have wrapped that up.
Yeah, and Zingor taken out by the 2-ball attack there. So a 3-ball attack now from Croatia as dodges from both teams there as Croatia are up 1 player in this set. A catch and out there. Good catch from Corso. He's been one of the key players in sets they've won.
And Kolik there taking the catch too, comes straight on and brings back in Corso.
So Croatia, 3-ball attack. Now one's hit, but a block into himself as 67. Reha heads to the outbox. Croatia now up 6 players to 1 in what could be one of the final sets of the day. Comes forward with the 2 balls. Kola, last minute decision to dodge it, and he gets skimmed on the chest.
One ball release there from Croatia. Not much coordination with what they were doing there.
Croatia probably could look at eliminating this Czech Republic player.
And it's a 2-ball counter.
And there we go.
And Malik is hit there on his back. Again with that
style of dodge.
I just wouldn't even know what to call it. Kind of like a scorpion attack, like dodge, wouldn't it? You know.
I guess you're almost trying to get as vertical as possible.
Yeah, but again, you're leaving yourself so exposed, especially from angles as well.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If anyone is attacking you from an angle.
So
but Croatia managed to score another set win there, brings the score to 21-5.
That could be big for them in the latter stages of the positional playoffs, Scotty. Especially from the Croatian men's team. You've got to be looking at the highest place you can finish as a player, as a team. Oh, and a 2 hit there.
But Kolik there takes that catch, brings someone back in. Janovic he brings back in.
Yep. Dodgeball there.
And it catch between the knees, and his teammate grabs him and keeps him in. But line faults himself. At the end of the day, I think, is that worth it?
So both teams on 4 players now. Croatia just keeping Czech Republic at the back of the court there. No need to rush anything. Zingor on the left side now as Halimček decides to throw. It's a big thing for Czech Republic. They normally throw their centre ball, which is quite unorthodox, but drops that catch, and he must be disappointed because he's been making them all day.
But no, sorry, yeah, Greg, as you're saying, the Czech Republic favouring throwing that centre ball. It does have its advantages and its disadvantages.
Yeah,
if you've got a quick player who can trap back in the middle, it allows your 2 wingers to protect him. I know at Vikings it's something that we do quite a lot because we do have those quick players in the middle. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see if that is something they can carry on to do. But I know other nations obviously prefer to favour a wings player being released, obviously because they're much easier to defend.
Yeah.
But Croatia now in a 2v2 scenario, feeling quite strong.
And a hit out there, but there's a hit in return.
But it's a 1v1.
Zingle versus number 18.
Kolic.
Yeah, Kolic for the Croatian men's team. Doesn't want to roll that ball over as Zingle throws, and so does Kolic one-on-one. The Croatian currently have majority of balls, so they're going to be forced to throw at one point.
Croatians, you know, prefer a rolling ball definitely to rather taking it in their hands, which was always, again, another sort of bizarre tactic.
Kolic pops it up in the air.
But Zingle there, confident in his ability.
With not long left of this half, in the dying stages of the last game of the day, 2 minutes left.
So this could be the final set of the day.
Halimchek on the left there with the fake. Croatian not phased by that.
Corsa are able to dodge out of the way of that.
Yeah, of course he can.
There's a hit there.
Yeah, key hit there with not long left in the second half. Croatia could be looking for yet another set. Only one ball fired from Croatia.
And the hit there from Corsa in the centre, standing counter.
Yep, Valek there.
Clever play from him. Croatia find themselves leading 6-4, but they are down on the score, 23-5.
That's a big hit there from Halimchek and Becic. Just keeping him there, making sure he can't grab any more. Czech Republic now got to set with 3. Only one player down, so more than capable of winning that set, but what a throw from Corsa, cross-counting standing, and Halimchek's ball pops out.
And he catches it! Oh, he pops it over to him, and Bedevic obviously just secures his hands around that there. So superbly done. Brings it down to 1v4. Can Pesa eliminate any more of the Croatians before time runs out? And he tries a double leap of faith, but gets hit out on that there. And Croatia take another 2 points. No. I mean, if you can get both released off before you land, then both would be deemed valid, you know. No, I don't think it is really. I mean, you're still in the air and you have both balls in contact. You have both balls in possession when you left the ground, so. And the Czech player there trying another leap of faith, hasn't played off for him. And again, another leap of faith. Should be just under a minute now remaining in this set. And Corsa protects his teammate. Bit of a collision. Don't think it was intentional, and obviously the referees have obviously let that slide.
Croatia still playing this game sensible. They've got 5 balls now. And College hits him in the air, still valid. Still alive. Zingo heads to the outbox yet again. Pity. A 1v5 now. Can he secure these last 2 set points?
And there it is. Croatia take the final two points there, and score finishes at 23-9.
Slightly disappointing there for Czech Republic in the end.
Absolutely.
Secured as many as they had wished.
I was expecting Czech Republic there to, not let their foot off the gas, but one thing they did do, and that allowed Croatia to secure those final 2 sets. Obviously, it's always good for Croatia.